The Rhino was liked a lot, but also criticized for being too small and not having a shooting floor. So here, a bigger base with nice defensive external peakdowns to defend online raids, and tons of storage, all based around the same core module design. To build this, we will begin the same way, with one triangle foundation, with 2 walls, a half-height floor frame, into which we will place our TC. In front of this again, a square with double door to function as our first starter. Here we can put down these 2 boxes for our later loot room and 2 sleeping bags. Once you farmed a little bit more, expand with 2 triangles, 1 square and another triangle, which will become an airlock around the core. The space can for now be used for starter items, such as a workbench and furnaces, to start your metal production. To make the usability of the first loot room better, we will replace the door to this right socket. This will allow us to place these 2 boxes after having picked up the sleeping bags. Always check that you will later be able to place this window. The new bags can be placed here, and if you make sure that they are against the side wall, you won't have to pick them up later. The next expansion will almost finish the ring around. Only the last triangle will be left open. Use the starter unit for your early wipe. Only expand upwards once you need to. To expand, add a simple triangle jump up. Use whatever you want to get up. It doesn't matter if it's a ladder, a furnace, or like here, a half-height floor. Surround the second floor with 2 walls, then 1 window, 1 single door, 1 more window, and then full walls until you are around once. Another single door can be added here in order to form an airlock. The last square will become the jump up. For now, just add a door here to not allow anyone to jump into your base. On the inside, add windows and single doors here. 2 double doors will come here to the entrance, followed by a full wall window to the center triangle, which will split the second floor into 2 sections. To get on your roof again, we will add a half-height floor jump up here. These half-height floors will be used for half loot rooms. Over time, switch out all the double doors in base for garage doors. The sockets that are currently empty can remain as so, but you can also add doors there to make it harder to raid. They just aren't necessary to achieve the 26 rocket raid cost. Once you have garage door on your main loot room, you can begin finishing it. For this, upgrade the triangle and the loot room in front fully to armored and the rest of the core to metal. Up on the second floor, we will also upgrade to metal. Upgrade the floors to the left of the entrance to armored. The ones to the right can stay metal. I mis-upgraded them here in this video, so ignore that. I'm going to upgrade the floors to a higher level than they need to be in a lot of cases here, to make top-downing the base a lot more costly, to give you a better chance to defend during an online, as that will be the biggest weakness of the base. Now add this window here and upgrade it as well as the floors to metal to make the TC unlootable, unless either gets destroyed. Now in front of here I'm going to build a slightly different variation of my usual loot room to account for you needing to access the TC. If you want to see the original, I will link to a tutorial in the top right corner of the video. For more utility in the core, I will add 2 lockers here, and then on the last wall a campfire, small box and a workbench, with the bags for all your teammates in front. You could fit 5 bags in total, with 1 more being in the airlock and 1 in front of the lockers, but I wouldn't advise you to use the space with more than 3 people. Also, we won't have a lot of proper loot rooms, so I will add boxes here on the floor, and because we don't have any usable honeycomb, in which I would usually put my furnaces, we will have to put them against the wall here. Adding small boxes and campfires like this will make the walking around a lot cleaner. This triangle in the center of the second floor can be used for whatever you want. A good use in my opinion would be for your battery, as the space can use turrets very well. You can use the space up here for whatever you want, but I will be using it for a bit more storage. And the wall here for lockers to quickly rush out with. Here I will add my loot room design. but feel free to use whatever you want. A repair bench with boxes would also fit great. This Jumpup is a lot of empty space that doesn't have a use, so I would add some lockers or a fridge here to use the space without restricting movement. Another half loot room, same as below, fits up here. Encase this floor in walls, with the way up to the shooting floor being in this corner here. Again, use any design for it that you want. This square here will be for beds, so I'm going to add some lockers to both sides to quickly gear up and rush to the shooting floor. If you're going to use this as a trio, the last bed can be put here. Build it in with floors and again at the Jumpup. Next we're going to lay the foundations for our roof Honeycomb. For this, simply add squares in front of the squares in your core and then just add triangles for the rest around. Upgrade only the foundations that will be seen from the outside. The others you can destroy as they serve no purpose. On these corners of two triangles, add a double door frame. This will need to be done to later increase the stability of the shooting floor. After having added all three, start placing the roofs. For this, begin at the entrance, but leave out the one to the left of the front door for now. Simply go around once, add triangle roofs on the triangles and square roofs on the squares until you're back at the beginning. Now leave through the gap that we left before. You can place the last roof by standing on top of this door frame. Build up these double door frames until they are the same height as the rest of your base. Now search for the square roofs. In front of them, add raised triangle foundations, upgraded to metal. On top of this foundation, add half-height stone walls with floors to hide the soft sides. Do this 3 times, and then on the inner socket, add 2 double door frames, upgraded to metal, again for stability of the shooting floor. After having done this, you can begin building the peaks. Go 1 time around the base, add floor frames, squares on the squares and triangles on the triangles, then combine them all with normal triangle floors. Add some extra double door frames here to increase the stability to be able to place the roof. How else could it be? These 2 squares next to each other will become ramp peaks. If you are new to the concept of Peakdowns, they are explained in great detail in the video linked in the top right corner. On top of these frames, place the floors over our core. Now add the ring of roof triangles onto the triangles. For the squares, I would do 3 windows like this to have some vision further that will also allow you to shoot heli from them. These frames can be fitted out with 2 siren lights like this, and then you won't be able to fall through them, making them a viable peek down option for here. For one of these, I like to add a ladder hatch, as this will allow for quick dropping down, either when being door camped or to quickly grab stuff from killed raiders. Don't forget to add embrasures here. We don't want people to just walk into our shooting floor. Going down here, upgrade the walls on the squares to metal, as well as all the floors. Add windows to these locker rooms. Upgrade the triangle in the center to armored, as this is directly above your TC room. Now to possible extras. These include auto turret pods all around the base. To build them, upgrade 1 floor to metal to remove the conditional model and then simply add a floor with garage doors. 1 fits very nice in front of your entrance, but you can add as many of these as you want. To get some better protection inside of your shooting floor, you can also add an auto turret here. Due to all the drop downs in the base, you can have a lot of good spaces for shotgun traps that will make raiders a lot slower. If you want to be using a heli, just extending the way into your shooting floor up will make for good roof access, where you can either just land your heli or park it inside an extra garage. Many thanks to Alaska's Bigger Than Texas, Alligator, Batman Spy, Coolburns, Ripsar and Rusty Stonks for supporting me by becoming members of the channel. If you also want to support me, link to that in the description down below. Don't forget to join my Discord. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, later!